Baby Ahmad's relationship 18 years ago was not exempt from the usual thrills, love, and affection. In fact, she related that it was indeed love at first sight. However, things took a drastic turn a few years into the relationship. Ahmad, who was known to give advice to persons in abusive relationship, found herself in the same predicament.
It all started one night. My abuser came home from work. He was then working with a TV station. She was working shift work. He came home from, and he was kind of annoyed for some reason, I don't know. I took his food out, put it on the table, and he was so angry that he could take his food and throw it at me.
She explained that her partner periodically developed an unexplainable rage, and during that time she was the recipient of his frequent outbursts.
I thought I did something wrong, so when he calmed down, I asked him, well, nothing. That was his reaction. And then like a couple days afterwards, for some reason, I know, so at that time I knew that domestic abuse was wrong. So he came. I didn't know much about the verbal and emotional abuse at that time. And then one morning, for no reason, he got up and he started hitting me.
The single mother of one narrated that her daughter, who was just 3 years old at the time, witnessed as a cycle of physical, emotional, and financial abuse continued. In an attempt to escape the torture, Ahmad said she reported the matter to the police and it was placed before the court. But like many fearful domestic violence victims, the woman did not pursue the case. She later gave the abuser another chance after he apologized and gave all assurances that he was not going to hit her again. The couple also went through a series of family counseling. The physical abuse suddenly stopped and things looked as if they were progressing until she nearly died.
My face was battered black and blue, and there were lacerations on my skin. He had a cutlass to my throat here. And lucky for me, I knew the signs of, you don't antagonize, you don't get him into a rage, you try to calm the situation down. And whatever he said at that moment, I concur. You're a bad body, you're a bad wife, whatever he said, I couldn't remember exactly. I concur, I agree with him with everything. I pleaded, and he removed the cutlass. I was placed behind the door. He locked the door so I couldn't get out. My kid is in the bed screaming.
She fought for her life and secured herself after her abuser left the house. She then opened up to her family and sought help and support to heal.
I don't blame myself. I don't blame anyone for what happened other than my abuser. And I have forgiven him. I have forgiven him through my prayers and everything. And, I wish that he would see that he has a problem and just said.
Ahmad now heads Caribbean Voice, an organization that provides support to victims of domestic violence through counseling and therapy. Tamika Rodney reporting for HGP Nightly News.